careful now. Heads up.
One enemy remaining.
Easy, mate. There can only be one hit.
Alright boys, so this is again a pretty interesting one, and I feel like not many people talk about this. And this is a topic that much more people should talk about, especially like when trying to help others improve in their own game, right? And this is something that I realized during my ranked games that I streamed. Something that I realized like last week on stream. I was like, damn, why did I never thought about that in this way? So today I want to talk to you guys about how strong the operator is in this game, like in its current state and just in general. In this game, the operator is such a strong weapon, it's insane. And there's like many reasons as to why I think the operator is a gun that has the potential to carry games that you else could not carry, honestly, because there are like so many elements that play into like carrying games and whether you can carry a game or not. And I feel like the operator is so much more forgivable than like other weapons when you have a bad time, for example, okay? And that's the first thing I want to talk about when I say that the operator is a huge tool to carry solo queue games and just ranked games in general, right? So I'm gonna show you like some clips of my ranked gameplay that I had like last week, and this is something that I realized in my mind pretty quickly. I was doing pretty bad with the Vandal, like as you can see in these clips. I wasn't playing good by any means, right? I had a pretty bad game, like even though we got the lead, I played so bad, I wasn't feeling my shots at all. Like none of my 1v1s or like 1v2s I actually won. So I decided to, you know, not even decide, but like I was thinking about what can I do to like change this, like, right? Because we're like losing the game, obviously we don't get hold of mid. So I was like, damn, the operator is actually quite a nice tool, as you can see in this clip, right? So I switch to the operator, and as you can see I get the entry frag, I destroy the Sova arrow, I peek back, and I get the second frag. So this is the first round. This is like the first round in which we were actually able to get some mid control, right? Because especially Ascent, if you don't have any mid control, you will lose the rounds. Like especially on defense, if you don't have any mid control, the enemies will just snowball you, because like mid control is key on Ascent. And we were not getting any mid control at all in this game. And that's why the operator is such a strong weapon, right? You just can't take so many long range fights, which you cannot take if you don't feel your shots with the Vandal, for example. Just because if you not have a good day in terms of like aim, you're gonna have a hard time winning mid duels, especially on long range. If you don't feel your aim, you're gonna have a huge problem fighting over mid priority on Ascent, for example. And the AWP just makes things so much easier. Or excuse me, the operator. I'm like always messing up with the CS names, but like still, the operator, right? It just makes the fights so much easier, because like you just have to hit one bullet. You just have to be accurate like with the one bullet you have. It's not like the AK in which you have to control your spray or like go for the quick one taps, especially on like bad days. The operator just makes things so much easier. It's like such an escape tool for when you play bad. And trust me, like the impact it had on this game, I'm not gonna show like the entire game because like this would make the video too long, right? But I was like ending up top fragging in this game and actually ending up winning this game because I was doing so bad with the Vandal, right? I wasn't feeling my aim, I wasn't feeling anything. I didn't win any 1v1s, any 1v2s. Like I couldn't get any control anywhere on the map. And switching to the operator, it allowed me to finally win the duels I needed to win, right? Get the entry frags, especially as like a defending side when you just get overrun. Get the entry frags and just push back, defend from another angle, right? That's all you have to do with the operator. You don't have to take too risky fights, and that's like the main part. I feel like you don't have to go for like too risky picks, right? It's like the risk is like pretty minimal that you take with the operator when you peak compared to like the Vandal. So I was switching over to the operator, which made things pretty easy for me actually, because I was like not feeling my aim. with the operator, I was able to get 1v1s, I was able to get mid control. We ended up winning the game because I had such a huge impact with the operator, which I would never have if I would have sticked with the Vandal for the entire game. So this is the first big point. The operator is such a like escape tool. Like if you don't feel like you're hitting anything, just switch up to the operator. Trust me, it can make such a huge difference on your games. It is such an easy tool compared to like an a Vandal or like a Phantom, right? It is so much easier to get something done with the operator than when you're having a bad day doing anything with the Vandal or the Phantom. So the first big thing is that it can switch your performance from like here to here. When you like, let's say you play with the Vandal, right? And this is like your performance, you're not doing too good. Picking up the operator can like push your performance up to here, I feel like. So this is like, I feel like the operator can do so much things for you, especially when you not do too good in games. And the second point is that you can get so much information early on, boys. Like, I don't want to this is insane. Like, I don't want to like start a rant about how many people don't use it like to its potential, but the operator is also just a huge tool to gather information. Like whether you get kills or not, you can get so much information way faster with the operator than you could with the Vandal, for example. Let me show you what I mean exactly in game. Alright, so let's pretend like you want to defend A, right? Like you're playing A side, you're the A side player, and you don't know at all like what the pattern of the enemies is, right? You don't know what side they push, so you just have to go for information, right? Especially when you don't have a cipher, you can't just cam up and get the information, right? The thing you can do with the operator, which is always quite nice, you can like just peek the tightest angles, just like this, and you already see if anyone is pushing or not, right? This is a thing that you can only do with the operator. I mean, obviously, you can do it also like with the Vandal, for example, right? You can just do it like this. But the chance to actually get a pick like this with the Vandal compared to the operator is so small that it's actually like not even worth. Like the risk you take with the Vandal, if you peek like this, over like the operator when you peek like this, is so much higher than like the risk you take with the operator. So this is like something many people underestimate as well. Not even like the ability to get a fast entry, but the ability to gather information pretty fast. And this is the second reason why I feel like the operator is just such a strong tool. If you don't feel like you're having your best game and just want to switch it up, want to figure out how to like improve mid game, right? Just make some adjustments, just like find a way in which you can carry games even though you had a bad start. So I feel like the operator is like pretty insane. Same with this angle, right? You just peek like this, and if you see them push short, you can just get a shot here, push back, compared to like the Vandal where you just have to stay like this, and just the chance of one tapping them like this is so much smaller than the chance of like just killing him with one straight bullet. So yeah. And the same thing goes for like C side, right? Like if you want to get information on if they push early on C long, all you have to do with the operator is just have this angle. If you see one, you try to kill him, push back, you're fine, right? With the AK, you have to stay a bit more aggressive to actually get a frag. Like if you do it like this, the chance of actually one tapping is like not too huge if you don't have like a godlike aim. So you just have to peek a bit more risky, right? Which means they can also get like a fast entry on you compared to like the operator, right? Where the risk of dying early on is not too huge. Like even if you miss, like let's say you peek like this, even if you miss a shot, like the chance of you dying instantly off of this peek is so small compared to like the Vandal. And that's why I feel like the operator is not only like a huge escape tool if you have like a bad day on the Vandal or like the Phantom, for example. Like if you just don't feel your aim, it's like a huge escape tool to still turn things around with the operator. But it also is just such a huge tool for information, right? And information is almost like 50% in FPS games, if not even more. Like information is crucial in Valorant, it is in CSGO, it is in Rainbow Six Siege. Information is just such a huge thing to have in these games. So that's why I feel like the information alone you get from like the operator is so huge that it's like worth playing, especially if you don't have anyone playing the operator. the one thing I realized in Valorant is that the operator is not so common in this game compared to like CSGO, right? The op in CSGO is like played every single game, I feel like. Whereas the operator, I don't see it too much in Valorant compared to like CSGO. So I feel like the weapon is pretty underrated. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel like, and like not in a sense where people say it's pretty shitty, in a sense where people don't play it too much. And that is something that can really save your games. So this is what this whole video is essentially about. The operator can save your games, especially when you have bad days in solo queue, even if you like dual queue or like triple queue or just 5-stack. If you just have a bad game, the operator can save your day. Like you can go from bottom fragger to top fragger just by switching to the operator. I've done it like multiple times now, and I feel like it's underrated. You guys should definitely think about using it more often, even if it's just for like an information tool. Like even if you're not the best operator player, if you have 4 people that already play Vandals or Phantoms, just try out the operator. Just see how it feels for you, and I trust you in like 90% of the time you just gonna improve your games or just your gameplay within the game, right? Like if you have a bad game with the Vandal or the Phantom, just try to switch to the operator for like one game and see how it works out, because I feel like this is not a thing that too many people do. Switch it up a bit. Always try to, you know, think mid-game on like what you can improve. And yeah, I feel like the operator overall is just such a strong tool to actually carry games that you else could not have carried. And yeah, this is just like my take on like how the operator is one of the strongest tools to actually carry games, right? And if you guys have anything to add like to my discussion, just make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you like the video, boys, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We will do a lot more of these kind of videos, and obviously the skin videos and all that stuff. If you just enjoy the Valorant content in general, make sure to subscribe, boys. And yeah, I see you guys on the next one.